All right. We're going to talk about the unexpected benefits of the annual mortgage review. And I know you may say, Steve, what? There's benefits that we didn't even talk about. Well, listen to this. You're in for a treat because you're listening to the Loan Officer Leadership Podcast. I'm your host, Steve Kyles, powered by the Mortgage Marketing Animals. And we are going to continue the conversation today of the AMR, the affectionately known powerhouse golden ticket key gift of 2024 annual mortgage review. What's up, Sarah Cox? How are you, girl?
Hey, I'm great. How are you?
Man, I got to tell you, I know our fellow community is like, Steve, you keep talking about it, but the results are crazy.
It's
So
exciting.
listen, as of right now, third weekend, 18% of actual kept annual mortgage reviews have moved into our refinance ready pipeline, 18%. So that is about 1 to 2 for every 10 we've met with. And I got to tell you, girl, you're killing it. Last week you did 38 total consultations. You did 20. We booked 23 annual
Right.
mortgage reviews, but actually 18 showed up. And listen, I want our listeners to know this. These are the results that Sarah's seeing, who's helping to really walk out the process. Because as you're building the process, the reason we're talking about it is this is not something we just got in and we had a brilliant plan and said, oh, we're going to do it. It is something that we heard. We have a friend that's doing great things with a refi. Sarah and I got in and started bouncing. How do we make it into a replicatable, easy, same way every time process? And that's what you're seeing unfold, because in action, we're getting more clear about what it takes to get big results. And so I just want to be crystal clear. We're talking about this because as a community, I want you to see how you walk out ideas, how you walk out things that can help you in your business. And I got to tell you, Sarah, this is the gift. The people we're talking to, the loan officers in our community, in our group, in our branch, and in our network are seeing the same results. And so today, what you and I talked about was we wanted to really lay out some of the unexpected benefits of the annual mortgage review. So the last 3 podcasts, we've talked about what it is, how to do it, what's the script, how to implement it immediately. And now what we want to talk about is in doing this for 3 weeks, we're seeing some unexpected benefits. What are they, man? Talk to me.
Yeah. So when every time we talk about this and every time we recap, when you and I recap about, hey, how'd the day go? What
Yes.
happened? I just get so excited because I found a new facet.
Okay.
I call it like a diamond. When
Ooh.
you're looking at a diamond and you start to move it around and you start to see, like I still look at the diamond my husband gave me, right? When we got married. And I love my ring because every time I move it, and I
Yeah.
look at it in a different way. I've had it for almost 14 years and it still excites me, to see it. And that's what this is for me too, is it's a diamond.
Yeah.
And when we look at it from just one perspective of refi, that's why we didn't call it a refi ready call. That's why we called it an annual mortgage review call, because
Mm.
what we're doing is we're future casting our clients, reminding them, hey, look, you're going to hear from me annually. You're going to
Yeah.
hear from me every year. I'm holding myself accountable now because I told you I'm going to be calling you every year. And we're also positioning ourselves with our agents
Yep.
with this in their head. Hey, look, because every time, so let's talk about the different facets.
Okay.
First target, obviously, is our previous client.
Okay.
Hey,
Yep.
you're my first client. You're the first person that I'm touching in the AMR. When
Yep.
I'm talking to them about it, I remind them I cannot just do this for you, but I can do this for any friend, family, or coworker
Mm.
that you have who may benefit from a conversation with me.
Yeah.
I'm positioning myself as a financial advisor, a real estate advisor, mortgage advisor, fill in the blank, because we're
Yes.
wearing a lot of hats in this role. If we think that we're just providing a transaction and just a mortgage, you've lost.
Yep.
You've lost the perspective because there was a podcast that Carl had with I think he was talking to you about this, about how we have residual income
Oh,
in
yeah.
our
This is a
business.
residual income. That's right.
This is
Yeah.
it.
That's
This
it.
is our
That's it.
residual. This is like an insurance agent who
Yes.
goes in for renewals. This is
Yes.
what we have. And
Hey, and
so,
look, let me just encourage everybody too, because look, we're going to continue to walk it out, and we're just going to walk it out with you because you need to see the numbers. But as of right now, Sarah, 25% of the people you've met with gave us a referral.
Yes.
So literally, like, let me give you an example. 3 weeks ago, you met with 16 annual mortgage reviews. You booked 20, met with 16. We got 4 referrals out of it. 2 of them were for us, and 2 were directly for the agent. So that means literally 4 out of the 16 conversations. I'm like, are you kidding? That's awesome. That's 25% of the conversations had a relational referral right now.
And again, it goes back to, do you want to buy leads or do you want a warm lead? Because we know one
Man.
in four convert,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? So
One in
why are
four versus 1%. And a
versus one
really
in a
good
hundred?
marketer, yeah, a really good marketer might get to 2 or 3, but I'll take the warm lead, please. I'd rather talk to 4
Exactly.
and close one.
So our first person is obviously the client. The next facet of it,
As
oh
we're moving to the next one, though, listen, one of the
yeah,
things I want to remind everybody too, it doesn't even have to be your client. If you don't have a past client, it can be your sphere of influence or even somebody else's past clients. Because as we all know, Sarah's calling on mine and getting the same exact result. No difference in result. And they've never even had a conversation with Sarah, and they've known me, some of them, 10, 15, 20 years. And so I just want to be clear, it's past client, somebody else's past clients, or your sphere of influence. So that's number one. Okay,
yeah,
great.
number
What's another
one.
facet?
Another facet is anytime, we always say this in mortgage marketing animals, is when you touch the lead, you touch the partner.
Mm,
So every time I have a conversation with one of our previous clients,
yep.
I'm contacting the real estate agent and saying to them, guess what? Good news. Here's what happened. We had an AMR with your previous client. This is who they said, this is who they were. This is how we helped.
Yes.
Is there anyone else you're working with right now that we can get pre-approved to ensure it's a good use of your time? Because look, this is what we're doing for your previous clients. Any of your other loan
Yeah.
partners doing this for you, or anyone else that you think that you should be referring business to,
Mm,
and they forget. And that's what I just told one of my agents yesterday when she and I were talking. I said, I'm actually surprised that this is it. These are the only list of clients that we've done, because I know you had 15 buy side transactions last year. So what can we do to make sure that we get more? And she started laughing and she's like, no, absolutely. We need to close more together. You're right. And so, that's something that I'm having a very direct conversation with my agents about, because I want them to see this is not just a one and done. We are in it for the long haul. We're here for a long-term relationship with all of our previous clients, anyone that we have a transaction with.
hey, but here's the deal though. You're doing work that nobody else is doing. And it's not even work. That's why, look, if Sarah and I could do anything, we would shout it to the from the rooftop of this industry. These are the easiest call. I have never in 21 years, Sarah, seen the amount of conversion that is coming from a call where they're glad you called, and the results are staggering.
Yeah.
And so it's like it goes back to, we're showing agents you're doing something that they intuitively already know somebody should be doing. Like, look, oh my gosh, we of course an annual mortgage review makes sense. And it goes back to, these agents are recognizing, dude, you run your business like you're literally have a business. Like, you're not just slingshotting it and cowboying it and hoping you make it, and chaos and running and from one to another. It's like, I'm telling you, Sarah, here's the other thing. We talk about it all the time. Why is process so important? Because the right process removes chaos. Why is that important for your agent partners? Because when I remove chaos, I have a same way every time process. I'm saying the same thing. I'm getting 25% of the conversations we have that have an annual mortgage review. I've been able to extract a relational referral that we were able to bring back to an agent partner. The agent's literally having light bulb moments, and they're saying, brilliant. How do
Yeah.
we work together?
And one of the agents that I partner with on Mondays, when I called her, one of the things that she said to me was, I am so happy to align with you, Sarah.
What?
Yes, she said, you are taking steps that I've
Yeah,
never seen anyone else take initiative to
that's
do.
it.
And I
Mhm.
am so proud to be partnered with you. She's really involved in coaching. She's a part of Brian Buffini's coaching program. And she's just found so much value in what I've partnered with, because she's known
Yeah.
me before. We've partnered before I partnered with MMA. And so it's exciting for us to see that other people are recognizing it and they see our efforts, because, you aren't just holding your hand out to your agents and saying, hey, where's my lead? Where's my person I could talk to? You're
Yeah.
showing them this is something valuable for them to understand, that this is a gift that we're giving back to them and their clients.
Hey,
The
hold on, because you know what? It goes back to, we're not asking for a handout. We're showing them what we're doing that's getting results. And look, it goes back to, hey, you want to be an authority in the mortgage space? Don't say, hey, don't ask for business. Show someone what you did to get the business you've got and how that actually helps them achieve their goal. Like it goes back to, hey, you know what? Why you can be an authority. And Sarah, here's the other thing too, because you and I've been talking about this, and I hope our listeners really get it. And they will. You guys are on this community with us. You're moving with us. But you and I've been talking about how easy it is to have conversations with whales, the people that are producing a lot of volume, because they're so attracted to this. Because Sarah, like, look, last week when you're talking to your agents, you know what you could say? Hey, listen, out of the 38 loan consultations I had, first off, mind blown that there's 38. We booked 23 annual mortgage reviews. We had 18. And you start talking about, out of the 18, three moved into refi ready. And I was able to extract literally three referrals immediately. People are like, when you start talking to a business person, you talk to an agent that's closing 30, 40, 50, 60 transactions, they already say you're not better, you're different.
Yes.
And that's what we want people to say is, look, if you're just a little bit better as a loan officer, you're a dime a dozen. But if you're different, how are you different? Well, what I'm known for is the way we help our agent partners make more money. Well, talk to
Yeah.
me about that.
Yeah.
Well, let me just show you one of the things, our annual mortgage review. Let me tell you the statistics of what we've already been doing. We're getting 25% of our conversations give us a relational referral that we're bringing back to our agent partners.
Yeah.
Is that
And it's
interesting?
exciting. Yeah, it really
Yeah,
is.
well, and now
It
you're an
really
intellect. Like it's like, dude, you ain't got to be a rock. Like it's just like all you got to do is know your numbers because what we're doing, use our results. It's amazing.
Yeah. And the results, I mean, when you look at the reason why our conversion's so high is because
Yeah,
there's no reason to say no. The only client that even said no yesterday when I called was because she's like, I don't make these decisions. Like,
yeah.
I don't have conversation. I don't know anything about the mortgage. You got to call my husband, and that's the only reason she said no. They didn't say no as a family. She just said no at the moment. And
Because we're
so,
adding so much value that it's hard for them to say. Well, it
yeah,
goes it goes back to, I'd feel stupid if I didn't say yes,
yeah,
because who doesn't want to look at your mortgage? Like if you could save me money today for 15 minutes of time, okay.
exactly. Why not?
Yeah.
And I personally have seen a lot of folks just get overwhelmed with property tax season. With I've
Oh yeah.
seen my
Oh
clients
yeah.
call me, and these are just the ones who call me.
Yeah.
Who knows about the other ones? I did have one client say, "Man, I wish y'all had done this sooner."
Hey, well, I know. Talk about that. You told me that this morning. This is the validation, and it goes back to reps. So listen, you may be listening, and you may not be having as high a conversion. It may look you'll get better as you do more. The thing is, Sarah's really gifted at the loan consultation. When you do 38 in a week, you start getting better. And that's what I just want you to know. You may say, "Well, man, I've never done it. It's a little like flimsy. It may be a little. I may fumble through it, and that's okay. Like confidence comes in reps. Like the first time you go work out, you didn't attack that, you know, pull up bar or the barbell the same way you do when you've been to the gym 100 times. And so, same thing with running or riding a bike or insert in whatever it is. So my encouragement is just do it a little messy. Do it.
Yeah,
The name of the game is this. When we started making the calls, I mean, at this point, you've made, I don't know, a ton of outbound calls. And so they're getting so much easier because you know what the objection is, what they're going to say, and you're still booking a very high percentage. So the key is, look, we want to help you. We want to do an annual mortgage review. We found that 40 to 50% of our clients are saving money. 15 minutes, I can evaluate your current principal and interest, taxes, and homeowners insurance, and see if there's a potential for savings. Would love to schedule that this afternoon at 2 o'clock or tomorrow at 2:30. Which time works best?
yeah.
Done.
And,
And the more you say it, the better you'll get. Listen to the
exactly.
recordings. The biggest thing is take action. So
And the other piece of this is what we've been saying already is it doesn't have to be your previous client. And
I know it's so crazy. Yeah.
here's the most amazing part about it is
Yeah.
the connections that we're making as a result. Again, the other facet of this
Talk
is
about that.
the listing agent, the
Mm,
buyer's agent,
yeah.
the transaction coordinator, the
Mm.
title company, the financial advisors,
So, hey, so
title
talk
reps.
about that. How are you getting to a listing agent on a annual mortgage review? How is that a facet?
They were they were part of the transaction. They were part of
Oh,
the
so you're
transaction.
going back. Hey, and listen, I hadn't really thought about that. So you're literally looking at, because we've started at 2023 to make sure to
Correct.
get ahead of the
Last year.
EBOs. Yeah. And then we're going to 2022. So you're even calling the listing agent that was on that transaction to tell them you're doing an annual mortgage review.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, and
Sarah Cox, my goodness. What in the world? Like, why take massive action? Dude, that's awesome.
this is, and again, that's why I was so excited about talking
Oh
about this
man.
specific
Whew.
thing, because this isn't what no one is thinking about this is
Wow. That's
we
good.
are not, we think we need to cold call 10 million people a
Mm,
year in order to make a dollar. And that's just not
mhm,
it. We
mhm.
have these relationships established. They remember you. I promise
Yeah.
they remember you. If
Yeah.
you call them, because more than likely they had your number saved because you were the loan officer on their
Mhm.
sale of XYZ property.
Yep.
And so when I do have that conversation with them, they are like, wait, what? Like, why are
Yeah.
you, you're doing that? And then we're the other facet is on Mondays when we're calling our agents and we're having a conversation with them. This is the part that I love to bring up is
Yeah.
have you heard about our annual mortgage reviews that we're doing with all of
Mm.
our previous clients? No, what are you talking about? Let me tell you what we've been doing and
Mm.
let me tell you the results we've been seeing. So that's a Monday call. That's our calls to people that we may not have even done a transaction with.
Yeah.
We're letting them know, hey, this is what we're doing. This is what we've been seeing. Who else are you working with that we can make sure that we get them not only qualified and approved to buy now, but we'll be sure to send them
Yeah.
back your way when the time comes and we're doing our annual mortgage review. And then, of course, we're going to get referrals from them. So who are we going to send them to? Send them back to you because it
Man.
makes sense. So
Hey,
to
well, listen,
Diamond,
well, and I just love it. So, because when you're talking about this, and I really we hadn't talked about this. I didn't realize you were going after some of the listing agents on the original transaction. That's sneaky. That's
it
really
is.
good
And
because
it,
now
yeah,
it's a legitimate conversation, and if they're qualified, you literally and everybody hear that it's not better, it's different. You will not look. I think about the agents like this, and there's been a real mindset. We're not just trying to attract agents. Think of it like recruiting. You're trying to recruit agents to your team, and they've already got a place or a person or somebody they've been working with. So, how do you get it to where they're saying, wow, here's the thing you want somebody to say, Sarah, more's available. Wow, Sarah, I didn't know more was available. I
yeah,
got a good loan officer over here, and everybody keeps calling me, talking to me about how they're a little bit better and they can close a day faster. But what you're showing me something that's different,
yes,
and I can see how that difference can impact dollar for dollar in my business. Whoo! Now let's see if you'll follow up for the next 12 weeks, which they
right,
don't know we're going to follow up.
right.
But so what you just did was the unexpected what is it result or the unexpected what do we call that, the unexpected kind of the
Benefit.
benefit of it is you've now positioned yourself not better, because I
Yeah,
promise you everybody's trying to be better.
yeah,
We're different. Now what they're going to say is if you follow up for 12 weeks and you say, hey, Monday's just checking in on you, let me I got so excited I wanted to share more of the results of the annual mortgage review,
yeah,
or however you want to do it. You're following up. Now you're saying, holy cow, this girl's legit.
yeah,
And that legitimacy is what's going to help you over the course of the next 12 weeks recruit loan officers. Think about it. You're recruiting, I'm sorry, not loan officers, realtors. I
yeah,
said loan officers, but I meant realtors to
mhm,
your team.
yeah,
And
yeah,
it's the recruiting the realtors. Like I think I like for you and me this last month, that was a real aha. I thought about, like, we're not just trying to attract realtors, we're trying to recruit them. I want them to join the Steve Kyles team. I want them to join the Sarah Cox team. I want that realtor to be so connected. They're joining, insert in the name of your company's team, because that's exactly what we're doing, is recruiting top producing realtors.
Yeah. And they
Isn't that
want,
a aha? I mean, it's a whole different perspective.
it is, and they want a loan officer partner who is going to
Yes.
truly hold up their side of the business. Because again, I think that it is, you want to align yourself with, like what you were saying, like with the whales, those who are producing at a high level, you want to align yourself with those individuals. And ultimately, when they see you as a serious professional business person who has serious aspirations and goals, and that
Yeah.
you have structure to your business, they're going to trust you with their prized possession, which is their client,
Yeah.
and that's something that I think is really important. But again, it goes back to the facets of the annual mortgage review, to me, are endless. So if you're just starting now in the industry, or if you've been in the industry for 35, 40 years, it doesn't matter. You could start today doing this and it will make a difference in your business.
I love
100%.
it. Hey, so look, let me just make sure we got it. And I know our time's almost up. So one of the facets, past clients, you're touching them, asking for the referral. We're seeing 20, so about 25% of the time they've got a referral, or they are the referral to an agent. The next one is this: agents. We're able to actually go back to our agent partners, including listing agents on the original transaction. But for the partners that have referred them to us, we're bringing back relational referrals to them, and we're touching the lead, touching the partner. So that's a big part of it. You got to keep that TTL, TTP, touch the lead, touch the partner. And then we're talking to listing agents on previous transaction. Hey, the unexpected result as well was these insurance agents are becoming better partners.
Yeah.
I know we got one in Dallas, one in Houston. And what we're doing is seeing opportunity for them to ask their clients about annual mortgage reviews, title company. The opportunities are endless. And here's the thing: the reason we have a daily success plan, the reason we have a process to prospecting, is because we just want to be intentional with the ability to make outbound proactive calls and touches. The
Yeah.
more proactive outbound calls and touches that we're making, the more opportunities to ask for the business, the more opportunities to ask for the business, the more business we're getting, and the cycle just continues. So,
Right. Right.
man, I'm
Well,
excited.
and
Hey,
then the last facet, I'm sorry, there's one
well,
more.
let me just say one thing too. You're going to share the last facet. If you're listening today and you say, dude, give me more, Steve, here's what I'll do. Go to meetupwithsteve.com. That's my personal Calendly link type deal. Book 30 minutes. And what I'll do is I'll actually give you the PowerPoint. I did a loan officer blueprint for our MMA members and laid it out. And Sarah, I broke down our scripting, all of it, just literally not only step by step, but what's the purpose of the call? What do I say? Here's my bullet points. Jump into a call and just say, it's at meetupwithsteve.com, meetupwithsteve.com. Jump into it and just, like, I think in the place you can put notes and say AMR. And what I'll do is I'll pull up the PowerPoint and I'll give you the written resources that we created, that Sarah and I are creating by actually doing the process. So meetupwithsteve.com. It'll be my pleasure. I'll be happy to give you the resource, and I'd love to hear how you're implementing it as well. So make sure you tag us on social, Sarah Cox, and for me it's Steve Kyles. But just tag me. I want to hear how you're winning on social if you're having a conversation there. So tell us the last facet, and we're going to get out of here.
Last facet is, now you can start teaching people how to do this. You could start teaching your insurance agent, not insurance agent, your real estate partners. Yeah, I
Mm.
guess insurance
You
agents, if
could
they
teach
want to,
anybody
yeah,
how to do
you
it.
can
It's
teach
super
anyone.
simple.
Once you start doing this, and once you get Steve's plan and his PowerPoint, you can actually start teaching these classes. Because I know a lot of folks have been reaching out and asking us if we're contacting our agent's previous client database. And what I've said is, we have to go through ours first
Yeah.
before we start helping others. But there's definitely a place, and you could do a Zoom video, you could partner with the title company, contact your local favorite title company business development rep. They want in on
Oh
this.
yeah, dude, this
They
would be a secret
absolutely,
weapon for them. Oh
they
yeah.
want in on
Yeah.
this to help their agents understand how this works. So if you can position yourself as an authority, I've always said this, is that you have to be a student of the industry. You have to
Mm.
genuinely care and want to give back. In order, it is better to give than to receive, but in this case, you still receive. And that's what
Yeah.
the MMA has done such a great job of being an example of, is giving back always to this community. And as a result, we gain so much
Yeah.
more. And so I just wanted to add that last one in
I
because
love it.
that's what I'm going to start doing, is create a time frame when I'm going to be doing these classes for my agents. I'm
Yeah.
going to make it easy on myself. I'm going to do a Zoom
Yeah.
and take
100%.
it from there. So that's what I'm going to do. But I'm excited about doing that because
Yeah.
obviously I'm amped about it. So I'm
Yeah, and
excited
we're
to
gonna
teach
keep
others.
we'll keep pulling up the journey. So what we'll probably do, and I don't know, but we're gonna keep telling this story. And Sarah and I are just committed for the next 12 weeks. We're gonna walk this out. And the thing that we have to do is first off, just start. You know, it was funny. What one of our other team members, Dave, we were on a call earlier this morning, and literally he just started doing, he put one in the pipeline last night, like a refi. We got our he got his first refi in the pipeline.
Yeah.
And I just it's the gift of 24. Do it. There's unexpected results and benefits that we're seeing. I hope this helps you. Hey, and wherever you consume content, give us a review. Go in, it helps us in the rankings. And then I want to really challenge you, share this with two loan officers that I got to tell you that there are a lot of people hurting, a lot of people struggling, a lot of people saying, I'm not sure how to rebuild my business. This is the strategy that I'm 1,000% confident will help them get immediate results and really be a jumpstart to their business. So share it with two loan officers. I would be forever grateful. Remember, if you wanted to book in a time, meetupwithsteve.com, I'd love to invest 30 minutes and I'll give it to you. So, Sarah, with that, we're just going to tell them all, hey, remember, anything worth doing is worth doing badly. Just get started. See ya.